Well, I think baseball's in great hands with the leadership that we have in the state of Indiana with the IHSAA. Robert Falkins heads up baseball. He's done a great job promoting the sport. He's been very flexible. He's been very much easy to work with the association. Our coaches association, led by Brian Abbott, the executive director. He has a great vision for what he wants the game to be. They talk about it being a gentleman's game. Brian is a gentleman. Brian respects the game. Brian respects the history of the game, the passion for the game. He's a baseball guy. I think we have outstanding coaches in the state of Indiana. We have coaches who work extremely hard at the game. The game is elevated. I think a lot of it has to do with travel ball, with the off-season workout programs, with weightlifting. You look at a kid like Max Clark. We had a chance to play against Max this year. And, I don't care about the kind of baseball player he is. I just looked at his body and his physique and the way these kids dedicate themselves to the off-season about getting stronger, getting faster, getting bigger. The kids nowadays, they look like men. They don't look like high school kids like they did 20 years ago. So I think the game in that aspect is in great shape. I think some of the things that we need to get better with is we need to find a way to have the things that we cannot control somehow tweaked, figured out, whatever the case is. We've got to find a way to solve the umpire crisis. Not having umpires in the state of Indiana is killing lower level baseball. You're fighting the weather. I think we need to consider moving the start of the season back to April the 1st and playing into the last weekend in June. I know it fights graduation, but I think it's something that we need to look at. I think the kids need to become more instinctive with the game. They have the physical aspects of the game down tremendously, but they seem as a whole, I see a lot of lacking in the instinct for the game, the base running instincts, the ability to adjust on the run, that sort of thing. I think that there's something from that end that they need to do. And maybe that comes with not playing anything but organized ball when they're young anymore. And I think really the biggest thing is I think the lower levels, the travel ball group, need to understand that these are little kids. Don't let them play 60, 70, 80 games a year, because I've seen kids' arms blow out. I've seen kids burn out. I've seen kids give up the game of baseball because they played so much at a lower level. Let them be kids. And the coaches. We have all these resources at our exposure as coaches, but I think when they come up as young guys, the parents, the travel ball coaches, the little league coaches, and I'm talking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, those parents need to understand their place in the game. They're not trying to get college scholarships to a 10-year-old. You're trying to give them an opportunity to love the game. And when they get to the high school level, then you worry about the college scholarships. That's my thoughts.